Well, it is a gorgeous day here in sunny Pacific Grove. Another great day for another butterfly parade.
So there's still no parade yet, Steve. I don't know. Maybe they forfeit the butterfly parade of 2020.
That's a bold strategy. Let's see how it plays out.
Steve, is that Aerosmith coming? Are they playing?
No, it's the PG High School Marching Band. Not only is it affordable, but quite delightful.
So, Steve, it does look like, in fact, that the parade has started. Buddy, down here in the lighthouse, it's pretty cold. I can't feel my fingers anymore, Steve. Is there any chance I could come into the Bulbul headquarters with you over there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have the room, Bryce, but let's go ahead and try it.
Steve, this is perfect. You got more than enough room. I don't know what you were talking about in the mobile unit. We could be 6 feet apart. We're styling.
How about we do 12?
You're just always so distant from me, aren't you? So now that we're 12 feet apart, we could take off the mask so people can hear us, right?
Absolutely. All right.
Are we leaving the sunglasses on too?
Bryce, I only wear my sunglasses at night.
I like it. But we're keeping the mics, right?
Yeah. I mean, they need to hear us, right? I mean, I need to hear me.
Say it's nice being in the booth with you outside of the crippling, freezing cold fog, where I can actually feel my fingers.
Well, it's great having you in the booth with us too. Bryce, what do we have coming up next?
Steve, here are the TKers. Bring on the worms!
Bryce, they're not worms, they're actually caterpillars which morph into butterflies.
Morph? Tell me this, Morpheus, is this footage that our viewers at home are enjoying, is that not you who breakdanced all throughout the 90s? Excuse me, the 80s. The 80s? I think I speak for all of us when I say, take my breath away. And on that note, here's the fine masterpiece from Berlin. Let's do it! I'm not hearing Berlin.
Yeah, Bryce, we actually talked about this before. The district actually doesn't have the funds or the desire to get the track from Berlin for our video here. So
I'm not understanding. Amazing. All right. Steve, here's a little fun fact for you. We became known as Butterfly Town, USA, because when the early settlers would bring their butter to the beach, it would attract flies. Butter, flies, hence we got our nickname Butterfly Town, USA.
So what you're saying here is that butterflies are actually flies that are stuck in butter.
Yes.
Yeah, what's your source on that?
Oh, my mom's friend read it on the internet.
And why were they eating butter on the beach?
Steve, you have to remember this is the 1890s. I mean, butter was the main condiment. It was the rancher sriracha of its day.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Yeah, oh, thank you. I've just been given some notes from the district regarding your information there.
All right.
And they tell me that the local scientists state that the monarch butterflies are tropical insects here that can survive in freezing winter temperatures. They migrate to safe overwintering sites with mild climates. Their migration to Pacific Grove is so unique that we were given the nickname of, we all have the nickname of Butterfly Town, USA.
Do you have any facts or anything to support this claim?
Do you mean besides science?
Oh, look, here's the monarchs now! The monarchs!
So what we have here, what we'd love to hear about are your experiences, your memories of the Butterfly Parade over the years, maybe some of your personal memories and maybe how it's changed a little bit from what you remember it as to what it is today.
I marched for 36 years in the Butterfly Parade with my students and loved every single year that I did that and stuff. And the kids would make their own costumes, whether they were nursery rhyme characters or Native American regalia, and they were always beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it was just a special highlight. Even giving up our Saturday morning, wouldn't have traded it for anything. It was just too special.
I am so excited to be talking to the famous Jane Gasperson. Thank you so much. The legend is you attended the very first Butterfly Parade when it was still a play being performed in the ballpark.
Yes.
Did it last for a couple days? Was the play and everything else and the parade all on the same day, or was it scattered throughout a week?
No, I think it was just a one-shot deal, as far as I remember.
So there was just one elementary school at the time, correct?
Yes, that's correct. My granddaughter and my great-granddaughter walked in the parade.
That is amazing. So 4 generations.
Yes.
Your family, you hold the record for the amount of generations. So well done to you, young lady.
Okay.
When we moved back, I wanted to get our kids kind of integrated into the community, and one of the first things I thought about was the Butterfly Parade and letting them kind of see PG at its finest, PG out and celebrating our PG-ness, and so I thought of Wendy, donning those wings and the little antennae. And
Did you march in the
Okay, that's enough, Bryce. Let me get in here. All right, so what he's trying to ask is, what was your experience like when you were in the Butterfly Parade?
You've been to every Butterfly Parade since 1951.
I believe so.
That is awesome. Amazing. That is amazing.
And here we have coming up the first grade insects.
I believe you mean, Steve, sea creatures.
No, I mean insects, and if what you're talking about, what they used to be, specifically they were jellies.
No. I need this to be sea creatures. It has to be. You're saying.
Whoa. Let's keep our distance there. Let's go 12 feet, sir.
Okay. But I need it to be sea creatures. Otherwise, the hundreds of hours the marching band spent learning the song doesn't make sense.
Bryce, I see you have a lot of strong feelings about this,
right.
But
it has. Control. Yeah, roll it anyway. Let's go. No, play the track. Let's do this. You know what's coming.
You're not doing shark.
Oh, I'm doing it. Here it comes. Here they are. Baby shark. Let's do this.
I can't do this anymore. Control, cut it.
No, it's good. Keep going.
Cut.
Do you remember, in terms of, I don't know when the last time you watched the parade, but in terms of the attendance, has it grown over time, or has it always been a pretty heavily attended parade?
Yeah, it's always been popular.
Okay.
I haven't missed any, so
Well, when I first started going, there used to be a lot more participants because there were a lot more children in Pacific Grove at that time.
You know, I go to the parade every year, but the parade has become a lot shorter. Not all that many years ago, all the preschools marched in it, and of course, in those days, you also had 4 actual elementary schools, whereas now you just have the 2. So there were just more kids here, and the parade went on, a pretty good long time. And you had the high school band, you had a junior high band, and I'm thinking even some of the elementary schools had little small bands, but I may not be remembering that.
No,
properly.
you're correct. They did. All of them did.
It was a huge, there were many more students then. Each school had its own band, its own set of majorettes, and it always started with the middle school band and ended with the high school band. And the high school band was huge and renowned and won prizes all over the state. So we were all very proud of that. And then we all marched up to the middle school, high school, and had the bazaar.
Wouldn't you agree that Bryce is quite bizarre himself?
Yes, yes. But
Glenn Miller's brother Herb was our music teacher at that time.
It's so amazing to see, as I'm going through the picture, how much downtown has changed.
The buildings are very similar, but, obviously the businesses have definitely changed over the years.
So it was a real big crowd draw for tourists and stuff, and they really did capitalize. It was advertised in national publications and stuff, and they did bring people in. The streets would be line packed from the street curb to the storefronts with people, 4, 5, 6 deep, the whole route. There are no gaps anywhere.
Was it the town getting smaller with the less crowds, or?
Well, partly, but also I think sadly decline in the population of monarch butterflies, and that makes me so sad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here come the 2nd grade otters.
Speaking of otters, I got a joke for you that I guarantee you're gonna love.
I guarantee I'm not.
How does an otter call for help? Kelp! Kelp! Let's see what I did there.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Do I need to put my mask back on?
Yeah,
Like you
please
said
put your
earlier?
mask back on. I remember, I'm doing the jokes. When it's point forward, I'll be doing the jokes. Okay. And you'll be doing the laughing. Okay. All right, let's take a look at those.
see that? See that?
Did you just photobomb that?
I sure did. That's me with my child. You like that?
That's pretty good.
Okay.
But I'll do you one better.
Steve, is that you with my other twin?
Yeah.
Is that you eating cookies in my house?
Yeah. And on your couch.
Yeah, Steve, there's no eating in the couch, on the couch, in the living room in general.
Apparently, looks like there is.
Okay, how are you getting in my house?
Bryce, how am I getting in your mind? Despite this being a virtual butterfly parade and a virtual butterfly bazaar, you can still buy that wonderful apparel that we are known for, such as
This fantastic, fabulous Forest Grove Elementary sweatshirt.
this fantastic, wonderful Robert Down Otter sweatshirt.
Ooh, this magnificent Pacific Grove Middle School hat.
And all the Pacific Grove wardrobe and apparel you'd ever want to buy through Field of Dreams in Pacific Grove. Bryce, here comes the third grade dressed up in their Star Wars costumes.
That is awesome. Are third graders still, is that footage from today? Are third graders still dressing like that?
Oh, my mistake. That footage is from 1977, Mr. Anderson's class.
Okay.
Third graders now are dressed up as farmers.
That's way more exciting. That's like Uncle Owen.
Indeed.
He was a farmer. You know what? Speaking of Uncle Owen, I'm gonna go get us some blue milk. Are you in?
I'm in.
Let's do this.
Thanks.
in those days, the teachers would come up with a new theme for every class every year, and so there were more unique kind of groups. And now we kind of have the same theme for a whole grade level.
The grade level did the same kind of thing, but I sort of remember that each class was absolutely different. And I was talking to a friend today that was in first grade at David Avenue when I was there, but in a different class, and he remembers that they were soldiers. He remembers that vividly, and I think our class was firemen. So it may well be that every class was different. A real burden for the teachers. I imagine that the parents did a lot of it.
For health conscious, so we rolled little things up in our sleeves and stuff, and we greased our hair back, and the girls all wore like poodle skirts. Have no idea what it has to do with the butterfly parade, but we felt we were really cool.
Their multi-purpose room, 4 teachers in there, and you were just there all night in this room that smelled so much heavily of glue and solvents.
Well, in kindergarten, that was more true. The workshops that we would have with parents, because we had the patterns for the wings and stuff, and would have workshops where they would come and help paint them all and decorate them with the spots and all that kind of stuff. And it was pretty messy but wildly enthusiastic and all that stuff. By the time I got to the 3rd grade thing, the only thing we really did in the classroom was make the headdresses with the kids.
Probably was in first grade when that was taken. So he would have been in 3rd grade, and I think it was my senior year. So that would have been 59.
The 3rd graders were always Native Americans to honor the Ohlone, Rumsey and Ohlone nations that lived here at the time, and would celebrate the return of monarch butterflies as a sign of peace and plenty and harvest.
In the preschool, we would do a different theme every year for a long time. And then we thought, what are we doing? Why don't we make a costume that we can use year after year? So we decided to be chrysalises, the stage before the kindergarten butterflies. That was before TK. So we did that, but it just got to be where, as I say, the little kids were, and babies and strollers were overtaking the parade. So it was generally felt that it ought to start just with kindergarten. And so that's how it is now. And
that makes sense.
It's easier to keep the parameters clear that way. It's interesting, too, how hard it is, and you guys are an example of this by going to all the work to make this video, how important it is, how they don't want to let it go. And the kindergarten teachers I know have gone around to the kids' houses so that they can make their wings themselves, and are trying to figure out ways that they can flutter by. It shows how important it is and how we don't want to let go of tradition, even if we have to tweak it a little.
Parents, don't forget to pick up your child or children at your designated meeting spot after the parade.
Steve, up next, we have the 4th grade pioneers. Those brave Western pioneers. They had to be 3 things to make it out west.
What are those 3 things?
Oof, my friends, see if you can match these. They had to be brave, they had to be bold, they had to be fresh from the fight.
Sounds good. For those of you that are playing at home, you can check all 3 under the Ibrahim category for the win.
I believe I have that one. I have myself an Ibrahim bingo.
Nice.
The pageant was staged in 1939, 40, and 41, and again in 1947. It was a legend about the Indians and the monarch butterflies arriving in the area each year. Very elaborate costumes were made and beautiful sets were built.
Or the butterflies coming, and it's all about the return every fall of the monarch butterflies to Pacific Grove in the butterfly trees, and the celebration that the Native Americans had. They would celebrate the return of the butterflies as a symbol of bringing peace and plenty and good harvest and, you know, fishing and all that kind of stuff. And that's the rationale that we had for kindergartners, or the justification for kindergartners being the butterflies. And in those days, even the preschoolers marched in the parade. It got so big that we had to let go of that. And it was just magical that time of year when the monarchs returned. They did come in clouds of groups and stuff. Our kids, especially at Lighthouse School, had that special connection to the monarch butterflies returning to Pacific.
Sure, in the eyes of a little kid, it was really kind of bizarre that we were dressing up like butterflies, and it was such a lot of excitement. And so it was really a fun activity for the community and for the parents. And very, very happy memories of that kind of gathering around. And it was for a small town and for kids that were pretty, like I was born and raised there. So this is a big deal because we, marched downtown and we had to march.
I would call it a family reunion where everybody in town is there to see either somebody in the parade or a neighbor, because we know the whole town is going to be there. Yearly get together at 10 o'clock on the first Saturday of October to watch the butterfly parade. As this is our 60th reunion, so we were hoping to be in the parade this year. Besides our 60th high school reunion, we add our 65th junior high reunion at the same time. So watch out, guys. Here comes the cool and nifty class of 60.
Well, thank you so much for giving us your time, your insight, your memories of a wonderful, that's good, yeah, your wonderful experience in the butterfly parade yourself.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now I'm going to start recording. That was just a rough.
I don't know if it's the same now, but when I was in high school, my classmates couldn't wait to get out of town. Yeah. They wanted to just get out of here, go to wherever, go college, go to the military, or do something, just get out of Pacific Grove. And I'll tell you, those are the people now who are wishing they were here.
And Bryce, here comes the last group for the Butterfly Parade, the 5th grade Robert Down Clowns and the 5th grade Forest Grove Patriots.
Clowns and Patriots. It's kind of a hard thing to mesh there.
Not necessarily. Let's take a look at this picture of you from middle school.
Oh, I'm sore, little Brycey. Sore.
You did a really good job there of meshing the clown part and the patriot.
Oh, I see what you did.
The Butterfly Parade and Bazaar are more than just a Pacific Grove tradition. They also raise much-needed funds for our elementary schools' parent-teacher associations. Whether you wore butterfly wings in the past or are part of a new generation, we ask that you show your support by purchasing official Butterfly Parade 2020 goods from Field of Dreams Designs online. Hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and tote bags are all available for sale. A portion of all proceeds goes directly to help support our wonderful Pacific Grove schools and students.
Steve, the hat you were wearing earlier was good.
Yeah.
This one, it's better.
Thank you. Might I add, you have a nice, lovely new sweatshirt on there.
You think this is good?
Yeah.
Check out the back.
Nice.
And for this, the climate we live in,
yeah,
it's like the perfect amount of, not too much, but I need something.
Yeah. I think that was a bit too much from Bryce.
Steve, are you curious what true handsome looked like in the 80s?
Well, a little bit.
Here you go. Check this guy out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got this picture over here.
Ooh. Is that, are we still in the 80s or are we going a bit further back?
I think we're throwing it back to the 70s on this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, the gas shortage and everything.
Jimmy Carter?
Before that.
Depression.
After.
I'm lost.
Great show.
We have to get out of the bunker.
And that's a wrap on the 2020 Butterfly Parade and Bazaar.
No,
Thank you.
Steve, you're missing it. Where the sixth grade? The sixth grade's coming up.
Sixth grade what?
The sixth grade for the parade.
Sixth grade hasn't marched in many, many years. Right. That's when it was junior high and now it's middle school.
Where are you going?
Yeah, I need to go in front of the school, make sure everyone's being picked up, being their parents.
I don't know what to do alone with the camera.
Right, go! And what is your name again? And what is your teacher's name? Do your parents know where to pick you up after the Butterfly Parade? I'm beginning to think you don't go to school here.
Rolling.
How should the order of our names go? I'm thinking Steve Ibrahim.
No, I should go first because it's alphabetical. Both our first names and last names.
Well, what's your middle name?
Cameron, what's yours?
That's personal. Bryce, what's your social?
I'm not giving you my social security number after what happened last time.
Not this again. I thought we agreed that the Beanie Babies are an investment. Now is not the right time to sell.
Why are you like this?
No.
Rochambeau?
Only if we can agree that rock beats scissors, scissors beat paper, and paper beats rock.
And wolf beats them all?
There is no wolf.
There is in the German version.
Why are you like this?
Okay, you won the last one.
Yeah.
That was one of the Golden Girls, so
Yeah,
my turn.
yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right,
Here we go.
I think you're gonna get this. Whoa!
The X-Men, the mutants.
Okay. Super big superhero before the whole Marvel stuff. You and I super watched it when we were kids. Started in Japan. You ready?
Yeah. Power Rangers.
Okay. Before the Power Rangers.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Remember, think Japan.
Okay.
And,
It was Goldar and the Space Giants.
Dude, it's Ultraman. He's right there. You and I used to watch it every day. How are you not getting this? You're terrible at charades.
I'm so bad at it. Oh, sorry, folks. Hey, remember to pick up your child at the designated meeting spot that you have after the Butterfly Parade. And everyone, thanks for joining us this year in the 2020 Butterfly Parade. Where are you going, Bryce?
I want to go to the cakewalk. I'm going to be the first one in line. Do you want me to get you one?
Great.